Today, we're looking at 10 stories that prove kindness and magic are everywhere. Which one is your favorite?
In a sunny jungle lived a big, friendly lion named Leo. One day, a tiny mouse named Squeak ran across Leo's paw. Leo gently picked him up. "Please don't eat me," said Squeak. Leo smiled and said, "You are too small and cute. Go free." Later, Leo got caught in a big vine trap. He roared sadly. Tiny Squeak heard him and came running. With his sharp little teeth, Squeak chewed and chewed the vine until Leo was free. Leo gave Squeak a gentle pat and said, "Thank you, little friend. You saved me." Moral lesson: even the smallest friend can help in a big way. Be kind to everyone. For 12 years, Glenn drove the same evening route through the city. Every single day, rain or shine, he noticed the old homeless man sitting on the same bench at the last stop. His name was Henry. Glenn never just drove past. He would slow down, open the door, and offer a kind word, a warm cup of coffee from his thermos, or a sandwich he had packed extra that morning. One bitter winter night, the temperature dropped below freezing. When Glenn pulled up to the stop, the bench was empty. A heavy feeling settled in his chest. He finished his shift, but instead of going home, he got into his old car and drove the dark streets searching. He found Henry huddled in an alley, barely conscious, his thin coat crusted with ice. Glenn didn't hesitate. He helped the frail man, took him straight to his own small apartment. There, he gave Henry warm clothes, a hot meal, and a clean bed for the night. The next morning, Glenn called every shelter until he found an opening. He personally drove Henry there and made sure he was enrolled in a program that could help him long term. When friends later called him a hero, Glenn just smiled and shook his head. "I just didn't want to drive past someone who needed me," he said quietly. "That's all." In a magical garden grew a pretty rose named Rosie. She had bright red petals and loved to say, "I am the most beautiful." Next to her stood a plain little oak tree named Ollie. Rosie sometimes giggled, "You have no pretty flowers." One day, a big wind came whooshing through the garden. Rosie's petals shook and almost blew away. Ollie spread his strong branches and protected Rosie from the wind. When the storm passed, Rosie said softly, "Thank you, Ollie. You are strong and kind." Ollie smiled and said, "We are both special in our own way." Moral lesson: don't brag or judge others. Everyone has their own special strengths. In a sunny meadow lived a fast bunny named Hopper and a slow tortoise named Tilly. Hopper loved to hop and brag, "I'm the fastest, no one can beat me." Tilly smiled quietly and said, "Let's have a race to the big tree." Hopper laughed and zoomed ahead. "This will be easy." He ran so fast that he got tired and decided to take a nap under a flower. Tilly kept walking slowly and steadily, 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. She never stopped. When Hopper woke up, he saw Tilly already sitting by the big tree. All the animals cheered. "Tilly wins!" Hopper hopped over and said, "You are amazing, Tilly. I will never brag again." Moral lesson: slow and steady wins the race. Keep trying and don't give up. In a small neighborhood, a poor man lived with his elderly mother. He had no stable source of income, so he used to sell fruit from a small cart on the street corner. His mother was very sick and weak. He could not leave her alone and go far away. One day, he thought that if he set up his cart right outside his house, he could both take care of his mother and earn a living. So he placed his fruit cart outside his door. Along with it, he kept a small box and wrote on a piece of paper, "Take the fruit yourself and leave the money in the box." When people saw this, they were surprised at first, but soon they learned about his situation, that he stayed busy taking care of his elderly mother. The people in the neighborhood developed sympathy and respect for him. They would come, take the fruit they needed, and honestly leave the money in the box. Some people even left extra money to support him. The man spent his entire day caring for his mother. In the evening, when he came outside and opened the box, he would find enough money to comfortably run his household. As time passed, people trusted him even more because of his honesty and devotion to his mother.
Once there was a poor boy named Jack who lived with his mother. They had only one cow. Jack traded the cow for 5 shiny magic beans. His mother was upset at first, but that night the beans grew into a giant twinkling beanstalk that reached up into the fluffy clouds. Jack climbed up bravely. At the top, he found a friendly giant who lived in a castle made of clouds. The giant shared golden eggs that turned into toys and treats. Jack climbed down with some magic gifts. He and his mother never felt poor again. They laughed and played happily. Moral lesson: be brave and try new things. Good surprises can happen.
Deep in the sparkling blue ocean lived a curious little mermaid named Leela. Every day she gazed toward the sunny beach far above, watching people walk and play on the warm sand. "Oh, how I wish I had legs," she often said. One bright morning, while exploring near the coral reef, Leela discovered a shiny magic shell. As she touched it, the shell began to glow. "I can grant you legs for one sunny day," it whispered. Leela's eyes sparkled with excitement. In a flash, her tail turned into legs. She swam up to the shore and stepped onto the sand for the very first time. The sand felt warm beneath her feet, and the breeze tickled her face. She laughed and ran along the beach, splashing in the shallow waves. It was everything she had dreamed of. But as the day went on, Leela began to feel something was missing. She missed swimming freely in the ocean. She missed her colorful fish friends and the gentle sway of the sea. When the sun began to set, her legs slowly turned back into a tail. Leela smiled. "I had a wonderful day," she said, "but my ocean home is where I truly belong." She swam back to her family, who welcomed her with warm hugs. From that day on, Leela still admired the world above, but she knew her heart belonged in the sea.
There once was a sweet girl named Cinderella. She worked hard and was always kind, even when her stepsisters were grumpy and made her do all the chores. One night, there was a big ball at the palace. Cinderella felt sad because she had nothing pretty to wear. Suddenly, a kind fairy godmother appeared in a shower of sparkles. "You have a good heart," she said. With a wave of her wand, she turned a pumpkin into a shiny carriage, mice into horses, and gave Cinderella a beautiful, sparkling dress and glass slippers. Cinderella danced and smiled all night. At midnight, she hurried home, but she left one glass slipper behind. The kind prince found the slipper and searched for the girl with the good heart. When he found Cinderella, they became friends forever. Moral lesson: Being kind and good-hearted brings wonderful surprises.
In a sparkly forest lived a happy rainbow unicorn named Twinkle. She had a magical horn that made pretty colors. One day, a grumpy gray cloud covered the sun and made everything dull and sad. The flowers drooped and the birds stopped singing. Twinkle said, "I can help." She danced and shook her mane. Sparkly rainbow dust flew everywhere. It painted the sky blue again, the flowers pink and yellow, and the grass bright green. All the animals came out to dance and sing. "Thank you, Twinkle. You made our world beautiful." Twinkle smiled and said, "Sharing my colors makes me happy too." Moral lesson: sharing and being cheerful makes the world more beautiful for everyone.
In a cozy little house lived a happy family and their beloved dog, Max, a golden brown scruffy dog with floppy ears and the biggest smile. One day, the family moved to a new city far away. In all the excitement, Max was accidentally left behind. By the time they realized, it was too late. Heartbroken, little Tommy and Lily cried for their best friend. Months passed, but Max never stopped walking. Through forests, over mountains, and across hundreds of miles, his tired paws carried him forward. Rain or shine, he kept going, because his family was waiting. Then, one quiet evening, a dusty and exhausted Max appeared on their new doorstep. The door opened, and the family exploded with joy. Tears, hugs, and happy barks filled the air. Max was finally home. That weekend, the kids threw him the biggest welcome home party in the neighborhood. With balloons, cake, and love all around, Max sat proudly, wagging his tail. Because true love always finds its way home.